Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you already know from the title of this video, this is part 2 of the 100 natural hair care tips, and it's going to be including tips 51 through 100 from the next 5 categories, which are moisturizing, breakage, detangling, trying new products, and flaming sticks of death. If you didn't see part 1 of this video, there's going to be a link in the description box below, and the first 50 tips come from the categories pre-pooing, shampooing, protein treatments, deep conditioning, and oil. So make sure you check out that video if you haven't yet. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Category 6. Moisturizing. 51, do it daily. Even if you don't do your full-blown Erykah Badu routine with the incense and the flowers and the music and the food, make sure you have some routine in place so that you're moisturizing daily. Good methods to incorporate are the LOC method, the LCO method, or the baggy method, and links to all 3 of these will be in the description box below. 52, get a leave-in conditioner. I know that some creams and butters out there have moisturizing elements, and they're not supposed to dry your hair out, but they aren't a leave-in conditioner. They weren't created to constantly moisturize and condition your hair on a daily, continuous basis. So definitely, please get the leave-in conditioner. 54, seal your moisture in. Don't just spritz some water on your hair and go. Just don't put on your leave-in conditioner and go. You want to layer on products because this will help to lock it all down. Oils, creams, and butters can be used to do this, and they add their own special 2 cents for conditioning and moisturizing needs too. 55, have a routine. This is so important, and not just for moisturizing, but for all of your wash day processes too. Once your hair gets used to having that constant source of moisture, it will start to curl better and you'll start seeing less tangles and less breakage. So make sure you have a routine in place, and this can be any of the 3 methods that I talked about before, or any routine that you have set in place that works for you. 56, switch up your products. Your hair can get used to products, and as it grows, the curl pattern can change, and this can prevent your products from working the way they used to. So don't be afraid to try out new products. 57, use a clarifying shampoo or a bentonite clay mask or an apple cider vinegar rinse. Why? Because this strips all of the old product from your hair and it leaves it with a clean slate so that your products can better moisturize into fresh hair. 58, use a hair steamer. I'm actually trying to get one of these for myself, and it fits over your head like a hooded dryer, but instead of releasing heat, it releases steam, which is better for opening up your hair cuticles and not being as damaging. 59, pre-poo before your shampoo. Get it yet? 60, deep condition once a week. If you're really desperately looking for a way to up your moisture levels, deep conditioning once a week is a great way to do this, since honestly this is how frequent we should be conditioning our hair anyway. Category 7, breakage. 61, take your time detangling. I know how stressful it can get when you're detangling and you have a big knot and you just want to rip all your hair out and you want to stop being natural and you want to die. But honestly, taking your time detangling is one of the most beneficial processes you can do to prevent breakage. 62, keep your hair stretched. Wearing your shrinkage may be cute for some styles, and it's definitely a feature that you should embrace about our natural hair, but keeping your hair in a shrunken state all the time can lead into some serious tangles. So always try to keep your hair in some stretched styles like braids, braid outs, twists, twist outs. Try to keep it stretched whenever you can to avoid this tangling. 63, don't over moisturize. And yes, it might sound crazy, but that's actually a thing that happens. It's a condition called hygral fatigue, and this can leave your hair limp and easily broken. So while this condition is pretty rare, make sure you're watching out for that too. 64, stop using direct heat. Your flat irons, curling irons, heating irons, I call these items the flaming sticks of death for a reason, because they kill. So if you're experiencing breakage, stopping the usage of these items is the first thing that you should do. 65, use a protein treatment. If you're experiencing intense breakage, then your hair definitely needs to be refortified with a strong protein treatment. And like I said in the previous tip, you can see the link in the description box below to see which protein treatment will be right for you in the Curly Nikki article. Or you might actually need to stop using a protein treatment. Yes, the overusage of a protein treatment can leave hair brittle and dry. So if you've been gobbing this stuff onto your hair day after day, week after week, then definitely slow your roll to stop seeing some breakage. 67, loosen your weaves. I know you've all seen on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook those horror stories where the girls take the weaves out their hair and they left with no edges, no hair on their head. Yes, this is real. So if you refuse to loosen your weaves, you might as well say bye-bye to your edges and hello to even more breakage. If you want to keep getting protective styles installed into your head, definitely go for less tight ones like Senegalese twists, Marley twists, Havana twists, and other crochet twists of that nature. But even for these crochet styles, you also want to make sure that your hair isn't braided too tightly underneath. 68, I know us black people, we love to say that dirty hair grows, and to a certain extent that's true. You don't need to wash your hair every single day, but allowing too much product to build up on your scalp can essentially suffocate your strands. And what happens when they can't allow any moisture in? It becomes dry and easily broken. 69, try using a sulfate-free shampoo. Now this is definitely debated by some natural hair bloggers, as there are good sulfates out there, but if you've been experiencing intense breakage, it's time to pull out all the stops and try to use no sulfate products. 70, trim your ends if they're split. Trimming your ends if they're not split won't do anything but leave you with shorter hair, but if you have split ends, definitely trim them before they split all the way up the shaft. And I just want to conclude this section by saying if you are experiencing intense severe breakage, you should consult a natural hair stylist. Section 8, detangling. Why did my eyes get so big? 71, section your hair. It's definitely not the brightest idea in the box to just go into detangling your hair and not have no type of plan or system in place. So always try to detangle with your hair in sections to make the process easier and smoother. 72, do it while prepooing. The prepooing mixture with oil, conditioner, and water has elements that provide great slip for detangling. So you can get a lot of your big knots out before the wash day festivities really begin. And plus it'll save you time when you're doing the actual wash day process. 73, bottoms up. Or I guess it would actually be bottom up, because when you're detangling, you want to start at the ends of your hair and work your way up to the roots. Never ever try to start at the roots, because girl, where you think you about to go starting at the root all the way up here and trying to get through some knots all the way down there? Where are you going? 74, use a wide tooth comb or your fingers, because there's no way that little rat tail comb is going to get through. It's definitely not about to get through these. I mean, maybe some of y'all hair is finer than mine, maybe that'll work, but no matter what type of texture or curl pattern you have, you should always use a wide tooth comb or your fingers to prevent yourself from ripping out any big knots. 75, and if you're trying to retain length and achieve curl definition, definitely use your fingers, because your fingers disrupt the curl pattern of your hair less than a comb would. And I have personally noticed that I get the best results on my twist outs, braid outs, etc. when I use finger detangling versus a comb or a paddle brush. 76, don't just Hulk smash your way through big knots. Now I'll admit that I have done this a time or two when I have just been ready to get it done and over with, but if you come across any really big knots that are hard to get through, it's always best to try to take the time to detangle them by hand. 77, do it in the shower under running water. This provides the greatest amount of slip and the most manageability for working with your hair, period, and especially for detangling knots. 78, use conditioner. There's actually a certain ingredient you should be looking for in your conditioner that is responsible for providing that great detangling slip, and it is bihydramonium methosulfate. Yes. Bihydramonium methosulfate. So look for that ingredient in your conditioners. 79, be patient. Yes, detangling can be a process. It can be hard. It can make you want to kill yourself. It can make you want to do everything. But if you're looking for the best results in the long run, length retention, you should definitely take the process slow. Not too slow, but don't rush it. Just let it do what it do. 80, if you're seeing any severe knots in your head on a regular basis, any severe hair issues, you should always see a natural hair stylist. I am not a natural hair expert. Do not take my word as scripture. So if you're experiencing any severe issues, definitely make sure you see a natural hair stylist. 81, do it. Like I stated a tip or two or 40 before, sometimes you have to try new products because of changes in your hair, but even if you don't have to, why not just try them out? Because chances are you'll stumble upon at least one that works for your hair better. 82, give them a chance to work. Product junkies, I'm talking to you. I suggest not really switching things up before you hit the 3-month mark with trying a new product, because this is really like how much time it takes to see if it's really working, especially for things that you don't use on a regular basis, like shampoos and stuff like that. If you want to see if it's really working, give it time. So I suggest 3 months for products like shampoos, and then maybe about a month for leave-in conditioners, and stuff like that that you're using on a regular day basis. 84, know your hair. While it can be fun to just stroll through the aisles of Target, Walmart, Sally Beauty, wherever you buy your products from, and just randomly choose things off the shelf, it is much more beneficial for your hair and your pockets if you know a little bit about your porosity level, your density level, your curl pattern when trying to try new products. So definitely take the time to figure out something about your hair. And if you're looking for a resource with information to help you figure out all of these things, there's going to be a link in the description box below where you can subscribe to collegecurls.com and get my book, Want Long Hair, Just Ask for Free, that helps you figure all that out. 85, do your research. If you're trying to really find a new product that'll work for you, read reviews, watch tutorials, ask family members and friends, watch YouTube videos, read blogs. Definitely do your research if you're trying to actually find something new that you know will work. 86, don't break bank. You don't have to unless you want to. but why would you want to? Cheap products can work just as good, if not better, than more expensive ones. So if you're looking to try new products, you can certainly go for the big guns if you have money to blow, but if you don't have to have bukus of money in order to try new products. 87. To see the best results of your products, to see if they're actually working, you need to try them out on clean, washed hair. I mean, because just think about it. Putting new products on unwashed hair is like putting deodorant on top of must. What's going to happen? Nothing. You might get a little bit of scent coming out, but it's not really going to have the effect that you want it to, so try it on clean, fresh hair. 88. It's not the zombie apocalypse, so you don't have to go buy 10, 15, 20, 100 new products at a time. I actually recommend that you buy no more than 2 or 3 products at a time because one, first of all, it'll save you money. And two, how could you possibly see which products are and are not working on your hair if you're trying 10 new products at one time? If you're trying 1 to 3 new products at a time, then you can kind of wean down to see which ones are responsible for the change you're seeing in your hair. But if you have 30, then no. 89. If you're looking for some place to start with trying new products, I recommend trying a new leave-in conditioner or deep conditioner first, because even if you do choose a deep conditioner or a leave-in that doesn't work exactly right for your hair is still going to be receiving some benefits from it because these products always have good moisturizing elements in them. Even if they don't completely moisturize your hair to full moisture restoration levels, you will still be receiving some benefits out of them. So if you're looking for some place to start with new products, leave-in conditioners, deep conditioners. 90. Definitely make sure you're taking precautionary measures when you're trying new products. You want to give your hair extra moisture love when you're trying something new. So definitely make sure you pre-poo before and deep condition after. 10. Flaming sticks of death. 91. Braid your hair the night before you plan on straightening, curling it, whatever. Because braids naturally stretch our hair way more than twists do. So if you braid your hair the night before, you already have half of your straightening done for you, basically. 92. Make sure your hair is clean. Product residue can prevent heat from taking to the hair well, and clean hair just straightens easier and has a nice, sleeker finish. 93. No oils or butters. I know that you've probably heard that oils and butters can be used as a heat protectant, but trust me, I can tell you from personal experience that these things will just cook, sizzle, burn, ignite your hair right into some flames. They don't work as a heat protectant, don't use them. And while it will most likely provide you with a nice, shiny, silky press, it is not worth the heat damage you will see after. 94, if you are okay with this, if you can take it, only straighten your hair for length checks. Because I mean, the less you straighten your hair, the better. And I suggest only having length checks really about once a year. If you want to do more frequently than that, every 3 months or every 6 months. 95, use a silicone heat protectant. Silicones coat the hair shaft in the same way they can prevent moisture from getting into your hair. They can prevent heat from penetrating so deeply into your hair shaft as well. 96. Ideally, you want to use one pass. So set your heating tool to no more than really 350 degrees and go over that hair with one pass. And how do you get your hair completely straight with just one pass? Use the comb chase method. This is a method where you put a rat tail comb in front of your iron and then you bring them both down at the same time. And if you have never tried this, believe me, it works because it helps to separate the hairs and making sure that each one gets the heat it's allotted versus having all of the hair just bunched up together and trying to have each of them get straightened properly. 98. Use styles that will make your press last longer. Braid outs, twist outs, and even loose buns can help to prolong the press that you have. Of course, your hair won't be bone straight, but if you just want to have a looser look, these will help keep it that way. 99. Try using a roller set to straighten versus a flat iron. Yes, I know putting that nice, sleek, chic flat iron to your head is way sexier than walking around with some big old rollers, but once you get your technique down packed, the results can be just as good, if not better. And 100. Use weaves and wigs. If you're absolutely like dying to keep that bone straight hair as long as possible, or if you honestly don't want to put any heat on your hair like I don't want to for a while, get a straight weave or a straight wig. Just make sure that your hair isn't braided too tightly underneath and that you always wear a wig cap. And from there, you're free to straighten that bad boy, curl it, dye it, cut it, do whatever you want, girl, do it, do it. And those are the 100 natural hair tips. That was super hard for me to do and it's super hot in this room, but I got through it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching. Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit it even if you didn't, because I mean, what? Leave a comment down in the comment box below and make sure you subscribe and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.